Hey everyone, this video may be a little different from the content I normally make, but I thought it'd be fun to make this video in light of the contest. Recently, the Monster Handlers announced Creator Month alongside the Creator Costume Contest. I was normally just gonna enter it and call it a day, but while I was making the costume for my entry, I had an idea. What if I make a video about showing the process of making costumes? It'll be fun not only for me, but if anyone else wants to give it a try, this video could help them with some advice. So, today, I'm going to show you how I made my costume for the contest, and along the way, I can also give you some advice and tips which should help you make an MSM costume of your very own. With that, let's get started. The first thing I wanted to do was to both pick a monster and find an idea. Both of these steps go hand in hand as they can help shape the foundation of a monster's costume. For the monster, I picked Meepkin. This was basically because I already had an idea. I really liked how he wore some shades in the Breakout Stars trailer, so I decided to give Meepkin a Summer Song theme costume. Here's one of my first tips. If you're having trouble trying to think of an idea, it's always nice to look around for any source of inspiration. This could be online, this could be in your neighborhood, it could be something that you use every day. It's always a nice idea to look for something that you could use for inspiration. Plus, you can also use it as reference. Okay, so now you've got a monster and an idea that you want to show the world. You could start drawing right away. However, it could always be a nice idea to write down what you want, necessarily. This can help you find inspiration once more, and you can find out what fits and what doesn't fit. For Meepkin, I thought of a name and 4 different ideas that you're seeing on screen right now. With all of that done, I decided to start designing the costume now. When opening the app, the first thing I knew I wanted to get out of the way was the glasses. These would be the same glasses which resembled the ones Meepkin was wearing in the Breakout Stars trailer. So, I chased them over a screenshot, added some lighting and shading towards the eyes, and boom! Meepkin's got some shades. Here's my next tip. It's also always a good idea to start out with smaller ideas before going bigger and bigger and bigger, which is why I wanted to start out with the glasses, because I knew that they would be the easiest to get finished first. The next thing I wanted to add was aspects from each ethereal element Meepkin has. He has 3 different ethereal elements, so I brainstormed 3 different details to add to help represent those elements. For Plasma, I changed the colors at the tips of the arms and tail and Meepkin's weird tail hair thing to fade into red. For Shadow, I changed the Meebs that Meepkin was holding up into Shadow Meebs, because I thought it was cool. And for Crystal, I decided to make the glass panes that were on its neck and belly into a grayish silver color. Now, if you want to add, remove, or change a detail of one of the designs, then that's okay. I wasn't really happy with the glass panes, so I decided to add some blue to add some contrast, and to match with the glasses too. The next thing that I wanted to knock out was change the actual stick holding up the Meebs. Now, this is where I got creative. Meepkin's sound is obviously a rain stick. So, I decided to incorporate that idea into Meepkin's costume design by changing the handle into an actual rain stick where the Meebs will be held up on. So using the app again, I cut out the original handle and I started designing the new one. If you want to try and get a design right, I'd recommend looking up online for references. I found 2 different images of rain sticks that I really wanted to incorporate aspects into the design. So here's what I did. First, I drew out a rectangle of the same length of the original stick. Then, I began to add details. These include some lines that were actually resembling of the original rain stick images I used as reference, alongside some extra details that I figured Meepkin would paint on as a reference to its old stick. After adding shading and some holes that were on the original rain stick images, I, replaced it, and I really liked it. And the last thing I wanted to do was add a little pop by adding flowers and foliage onto Meepkin. So my original idea that I wanted to do was try and redraw some flowers from the small Summer Song tree and add them onto them. But as I was doing that, I didn't really like that design. So I just cut out some designs of the tree and I stuck it onto Meebkin. I think this turned out relatively well. Even if I didn't like the first thing, I wanted to change and improve it, and that's okay. If you think you need to improve something, go ahead, see if it works. If you don't like it, then you could try again. As an example, later on, I decided to add some of those purplish goop strands towards the flowers and even make them stuck onto the Meebs. I mean, come on. Meebkin would have had to get these flowers from Mirror Earth Island, right? And here it is, my finished costume and entry for the contest. The only thing it really needed now was a name. So I decided to call it Breakout Star as a final little nod to the trailer. And with that, we've wrapped things up around here. But before I go, I wanted to say one more little tip. I'm not really the best at giving out advice. I mean, this video was a little rushed since it was an idea I wanted to do. And if you don't need to listen to me, then that's fine. But that's where my final tip comes in. Just have fun. To me, having fun making these little designs is the best part of the process. I mean, why else would they be holding Creator Month? People have fun drawing these, and people enjoy all the other content people make. I think that's beautiful. It's really nice. It's always great to know that you enjoy drawing out there. And even if you don't really watch this video, I hope that, you enjoy making your entry or just drawing in general. And with that, I don't really have anything else to say. So, thanks for watching, and happy Creator Month! Wait. Mech Island's coming next?